goes up as a stream and it looks like it's up. Yes, it's up. Right. So this is the second video and it's the video of what's I'm gonna say it's the video on hey Sid, straight away instantly this is the video on about the Hedge Clippers, and this was me being an idiot. A full worse than the first one. Worse than the first one. So what ended up happening was I think this happened about when I was 6 or 5, and I wanted to be like my dad. I wanted to look cool. I wanted to be stood there holding the Hedge Clippers, and I did that. I did hold the Hedge Clippers, and I will say, at that point, maybe I should have listened to my parents when my parents said, "Stand there and don't." And I repeat, do not. Don't be an idiot, and don't try and do anything to your feet. Don't try and cut your hair with it. Don't just be there, stand there, holding them. See, now I thought that was going to be the easiest thing to do, and I thought, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to stand there. I'm not going to stand there looking like an idiot, holding them. I thought, I was like, what could I do to try and fit in? What could I do to try and fit in and just be like my dad? What is this thing that I could do and I would be just like my dad? So, yeah, that was what I was planning, how to look and everything and be just like my dad. That did not end well. Me thinking about being like that, thinking about, oh yeah, what would be cool is trying to cut the hedge and doing all this, and did not work. It just did not work. I decided to think it would be a cool idea to pick them up, and at this part I was hoping my mum or dad would have seen me, not let me continue being an idiot like I was being. And I was deep down, now that I'm older, I was really hoping that my parents should have seen me being an idiot. Unfortunately, they didn't. They didn't see me being an idiot, picking them up and stabbing them at the floor. And that, at the end of it, was, I would say, I should have stopped by that point. I shouldn't have tried to continue. I shouldn't have tried to think, if I keep on stabbing the floor and everything, this is going to end very well, isn't it? And it didn't. It really didn't end very well for me. It ended up with me, once again, just like the first story, ended up with me in A&E again. Because me being the smart little idiot I totally was, and thinking I was going to be cool and everything, I accidentally missed the ground. At this point, my parents didn't know what was going on. I just missed the ground. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I didn't do anything that a normal kid would do after they've just stabbed themselves in the big toe, almost cutting their big toe off. I will tell you this. I started crying once I saw the blood. I looked down. I thought, like, when you're a little kid, you think everything's gonna save you. You think your feet are gonna, like, you think your you think that your shoes are going to protect your shoe. No, that's not the case. It's not. It's not going to protect you. So if you're still thinking nowadays that your shoes are gonna protect you, no, they're not. Trust me, they are really not. It's going to kill. Trust me, it will kill. And I would not, if I could go back, and I've said this for the other video, if I could go back and change that, I bloody will. I would have. And so I stabbed it into my foot, almost cut my big toe off. Obviously at this point the adrenaline's going through, so I can't feel it in my toe now. And that would be how it is. If you then almost cut your big toe off and you can no longer feel your toe, obviously that's going to be the natural thing. You're not going to be able to feel your toe. And at this point, my parents knew something was up when my blue, if you live in the UK, I don't know if it's anywhere else, but if you go to Sports Direct, there's like these Dunlop shoes, and you can get them in blue, and you can get them in this, like, you can get them in all sorts of colours. I had mine in blue, and I think I had the white bits at the end. I think they were, what colour were they? I think there was white at the end, yeah. And so blood just went, just see blood straight through it. Not the nicest thing to see. So when you're just little and you see blood, you automatically start to cry. I saw the blood, started crying. My parents automatically knew there was something wrong. They took my shoe off, and my God, the horror of my toe. The way that my toe looked was disgusting. I got rushed instantly with a tea towel with water wrapped round my toe. I went into A&E, and my parents had to explain me being an idiot, me stabbing myself in the foot, me making myself bleed, and me ending up there. They then had to put stitches in, which made me scream, and that was not the sort of reaction that I would have nowadays, because that's helping me, like, it's helping my foot. And it's I wouldn't say it's because I cried at that, and I remember I cried when they started to take him out. I was fascinated by it. I have a little scar now because obviously my toes grew from when I was that young. My toes got a scar on it, And what you should learn from these videos is, if you've had the same experience, you would understand. But if you haven't, don't do it. Don't try and do it. Don't think of doing it. Don't think it would be the greatest thing in the world to think, hedge clippers, shoes, let's stab. No. So that was the whole story of it's me stabbing myself with hedge clippers. I still live in the same house as when I did it. I don't really have the hedges anymore, which is really annoying nowadays that I was an idiot back then, stabbing up my foot with the hedges that aren't really there anymore. So that happened, and I've never decided to try and do that again. But I think I will leave you on the next story. I'll leave you with, it's gonna be doing with piercings, and I will just tell you now before you think, no, I didn't cry when ever getting any of the 2 piercings I've had. I will tell you the story of both piercings and which one hurt way more. So I will leave you on that, and I will see you in the next video. When that will be, I think maybe tomorrow. So I'll see you in the next video.